What is up, guys? It has been far too long, but instead of explaining all of that to you, let's just jump straight into this episode. On the beginning of day 301, we start off with level 95 invention, and unlike a lot of other invention levels, this one is actually pretty useful, specifically because of the charge strain reduction, so I'm very happy to get that. Ending the day a while later, though, at 345.5 million XP and 2629 total level, let's move on to day 302. Starting off with 96 strength and moving quickly to another 99. This time is 99 fishing. Very happy to get this one done. I have enjoyed my time fishing, and I'm certainly not done. For now, at least I am, but I am definitely planning on doing a lot of fishing to work toward invention, whether that be 99 or even 120. That is definitely something that is going to be in my sights. End of the day after that at 2631 total level and 346.5 million XP. Let's move on to the next day. Remembering to do cache yet again, please be proud of me, getting level 98 divination, only one level away, even though that is still a decent amount of caches. Does feel really good to only be one level away, so very happy to get this level done and sorted. After that, ending the day at 2632 total level and 347.6 million XP. Let's check out the next day. Superheat form coming in super useful, getting myself to 97 smithing, which is actually really good, specifically because this puts me within range to +2 boost up to 99 and to train with rune 2Hs. Whenever I finish mining, I'll probably move on toward doing that, so this is actually a very, very good level to get. After that, moving on toward doing some construction. Have been doing some construction with my illumination aura just because didn't really know what else to use it on as far as stats that I had left to get to 99. Getting myself to 96, though, another great milestone, only 3 away from 99. Doing a little smithing after that, getting myself to level 98 smithing. So many great levels in just this one day. Feels so awesome. Only one level away from this 99 as well. Very, very cool. After that, doing a little bit of thieving. Finally getting this up to 99 as well. Thieving is a skill that I actually really enjoy as far as Prift Innis thieving goes, and I definitely intend on getting this to 120 in the long run, probably even 200 mil. Very long time until either of those will happen, but regardless, very happy to finish this skill up for the time being and looking forward to finding time to do it in the future. Ending this day on 2636 total level and 349.3 million XP, let's move on. Starting day 305, we get to level 98 Slayer. That skill tab is really looking nice right now. Very, very happy with it. And 98 Slayer is pretty cool, being that it's only one level away from that 99. Is definitely a decent chunk of XP, but it will be very good to be training through that, not only because Slayer is good profit, but it's also great combat XP, which is inherently decent invention XP as well for the way I'm training it. So kind of a win-win. Very happy to be where I am. Unfortunately, while doing some Slayer later that day, I didn't notice that my Royal Crossbow had leveled up, so I changed it about 1k weapon XP too far. Not a whole big deal, but it's still a little unfortunate. A little bit of time wasted. Disassembling that did get me to level 96 invention. Very cool, and 3 levels away from the 99, putting me in a pretty good spot. And this was the day that I also finished up 99 summoning. Very, very happy with this one. Surprisingly, I had a lot of charms left over that I didn't think I would, which actually kind of sucks the more you think about it, because I had been kind of stingy with my charms, kind of struggling to get crimsons. Turns out that the blues I had would have gotten me a lot farther than I had imagined they did. So maybe if I had been a little bit smarter, used those sooner, wouldn't have been so stressed out for charms. Regardless, though, very happy to get this skill finished up. End of the day, though, at 2639 total level and 352.4 million XP. Let's move on to the next day. Beginning day 306, we finally finish up the 99 mining, and even though I didn't quite do it the way I'd wanted to, being that I had wanted to do pretty much the entire thing through the Living Rock Caverns, doing it through Sandstones didn't put me in a bad spot. I did get a high enough smithing to where I can now boost and train at pretty much the best method that there is. So all in all, I'm very happy to have finished up the skill the way I did. Everything worked out for the better in the end. Doing my daily Wicked Hood got myself to level 95 rune crafting. This is actually pretty cool because now I can siphon undead souls. Those are the highest tier of thing that you can siphon in the runespan. I do intend on doing runespan for 99 just because even though Abyss is faster, it is a massive pain in the ass, cannot be bothered with it. So all in all, this is actually a pretty good level to get. End of the day after that, though, at 2641 total level and 353.553 mil XP. Let's move on to the next day. This day was actually very uneventful, only getting an attack level, and then after that, ending the day a while later. Did get 2 mil XP, but levels are just so spread out. Did not get any other levels, so 2642 total level and 355 mil XP. Let's move on to the next day. Similarly, another boring day, got myself to level 97 invention. No special unlocks there either, and then ended the day at 2643 total level and 357.6 million XP. Another 2 mil day, but just kind of going to show that when you get up this close to max, everything is so spread out. One level a day really seems to be just about it. Starting day 309, my Illumination Aura got me to level 97 construction. Very happy with that, only 2 levels away from the 99. After that, decided to AFK some fire making. Got myself to level 98, and then ended the day a while later at 359.4 million XP, 2645 total level. Let's move on to day 310. Now, as you probably would have expected, starting off day 310 with 99 fire making, I did do pretty much all of my fire making through AFKing U-logs. Not exactly the way I'd want to do it. I did want to do a lot of it through Superheat 4 at Jadinko, but unfortunately it's just so click intensive that the extra XP per hour really just wasn't worth it to me. I'm a much more AFK style player. And even though I would have liked to go that method, more often than not, it just didn't work out as far as time constraints, needing to do other things at the same time, multitask, etc. Regardless, though, 99 fire making was very cheap in this method. Very happy to have finally gotten it done, and really no regrets. After that, Illumination Aura getting me to 98 construction, getting very, very close to that 99. Feels good, man. After that, ending the day at 360.8 million XP, 2647 total level. Let's move on to the next day. Now, unfortunately, no levels at all on this day. As you can see, looking at rune metrics, I did get 2.1 million XP, ending the day at 363 mil XP and 2647 total level, but no levels. Unfortunate, but what are you going to do? Let's move on to the next day. Began this day finally finishing up 99 woodcutting. Unfortunately, I did a lot more woodcutting via crystal trees than I would have liked to. I did want to do pretty much all of it through crystallizing teaks, but that, again, like a lot of the methods that I would have liked to do, it's just so click intensive, not AFK as much as I would need it to be. Really no regrets looking back, but very, very glad to have finally finished this, as woodcutting, even though it's a pretty easy I wouldn't call it a quick skill, but pretty easy laid back skill, not really something I particularly enjoy. Ending the day at 364.9 million XP and 2648 total level. Let's move on to the next day. Another pretty boring day. Did get myself to level 97 defense. That's pretty cool. 137 combat. That's all right. Really nothing too special there, though. Ending the day a while after that in the rune span at 366.4 million XP, 2649 total level. Let's move on to the next day. First cool drops of this episode, finally got another Visage from Celestial Dragons. I've actually gotten a few Visages from Celestial Dragons. It's actually a task that I really, really enjoy, kind of for that reason, kind of for a few other reasons, but very happy to get that. After that, was working on an Armadyl task, just slaying avian seas, couldn't be bothered doing actual Kree, and got myself the 2 Armadyl pieces that I needed left for the War Priest set. So very cool to finish those, can finally put those back in my play-around house, take up less bank space. And if you look at the chat, I got them very, very shortly after each other. It was actually really, really funny that I hadn't had them for so long, and then I get them pretty much back to back. So very, very cool. After that, doing some work in the rune span, got myself to level 96 rune crafting, very cool there, and ending the day a while after that at 2650 total level and 368.4 million XP. Let's check out the next day. Finishing up another royal crossbow, got myself to level 98 invention, very, very cool there. After that was AFKing some Hellhounds, pretty much just for AFK melee XP, and also just because working on invention a little bit at the same time. Finished leveling up my bandos to 12, siphoning that got me very, very close to level 99 invention. Kind of a cock block, but that's alright, we will get it in the near future. Did get 97 attack, and then after that I finally got my, my halberd up to level 12, which of course, as you know from like 2 clips ago, did get me to level 99 invention, so very, very happy with that. I do still need to get a ridiculous amount of XP to get me up to level 120. I guess it's not a ridiculous amount, it's only like, what, less than 50, so it's really not too bad. We'll definitely get that in time, really no immediate goals for it, of course, but very happy to have finished the skill up, or kind of finished it, I don't even know. Have knocked the skill off of the requirements for my max cape, we'll say that. Very happy to have done that, and moving on after. Did do my monthly god statues, which is always very nice, something you should always do. Very good construction XP and prayer XP. Kind of decent Slayer XP, I guess, if you want to put it into Slayer instead of prayer. But doing this had finally finished up my 99 construction. Construction is a skill that I'm kind of torn about. There are some times that I actually kind of like it because I kind of treat it like dungeoneering. I try to go as fast as I can, kind of compete with myself, always do better, master my clicks and my timing. But other times I really just cannot be bothered because it's a massive pain in the ass with how click intensive it is. So it really all depends on your perspective. Very happy to have finished it though, because I was really starting to get burnt out from it. So always, always good to finish that up. Chilling at Celestials, another Visage, as you do, and a little while after that getting myself to level 98 defense. Very, very happy to have finished that up. Only one level away from the 99, so that is always very cool, very fun. Working on a Dark Beast task after that, doing a little ranged, finally got myself to level 99 ranged. This is actually my first 99 combat stat outside of, prayer, summoning, and hit points. First actual offensive, I should say, combat stat to 99. So that's actually pretty cool. And believe it or not, that's the third 99 I got in this day. So it was actually very exciting, very hype, very, very happy to have finally finished all three of those up. I think it's a very cool thing. Ending the day immediately after that, though, at 2657 total level and 374.9, almost 375 mil XP. Let's move on to the next day. And the best way to follow up with 399s in one day is to only get like less than 700k XP in the next day. So ending this day with no levels and 375.7 mil XP, let's check out the day after this. Hopefully that'll be something a little bit better. Was AFK more Hellhounds, leveled up my Bandos, and siphoned it, of course, getting me to level 100 Invention. Doesn't help me at all toward max anymore, but it is still a cool level, thought you guys should know. Maybe you'd enjoy it. Also, while I was here, getting myself to level 98 Attack, very happy with that. One level away from the 99 will take a little while, but very happy to go through that grind. Working on some Slayer after that, though, doing some Ice Strikes, pretty cool task. Got myself to 99 Slayer. Actually a very enjoyable skill for me. Most of the time, guess it kind of varies on the task, but in theory, I do really enjoy the skill. Very profitable, something I enjoy to do. Finishing up 99, though, very, very happy to have done that, because now this means that really any combat training I want to do doesn't have to be through Slayer. I don't feel as if me training combat outside of Slayer is going to screw me over, and I'm going to have to be doing Slayer after I have all of my other combat stats up to 99. So no stress there, can kind of do whatever I want outside of nothing, because no XP waste, but very happy to have finished the skill up. End of the day shortly after that at 2660 total level and 378.3 million XP. Let's move on to the next day. Another mediocre, pretty much very heavily RC based day, only getting myself up to 97 rune crafting, really nothing special outside of that. It does mean I can now unlock any stage of any effigy by myself though, so that's actually very cool. A lot of XP for myself should I get an effigy in the future. Very, very happy with that. Ending the day there, though, at 2661 total level and 379.3 million XP. Let's move on to the next day. Got myself to 98 strength and ended the day quite a while later at 382 mil XP and 2662 total level. Let's move on to day 320. No longer constrained to Slayer, could finally train however I wanted to for any of my skills, and that included magic. I really didn't want to train magic any other way outside of the Abyss, just because it's kind of slow and I was getting quite impatient. I did not want to knock out the 2 levels, so I decided to grind the Abyss, got myself to level 98, and after that, of course, level 99. Very happy to finish this skill up. Magic isn't a bad skill by any means, but really nothing that I was in the mood to grind out through Slayer or really any other method. Very happy to take the fast road and get this one done. After that was boosting, training some smithing, getting myself some rune 2Hs. Probably one of the best ways to train smithing, being that it pretty much profits until the smithing rework next year, at least. It should be a pretty good way to go. So pretty decent XP, very happy to do that. Got myself to 98 smithing, quite happy with that. And end of the day, a little while after that, at 387.1 million XP and 2665 total level. Let's check out the next day. As you would have it, started off the day finishing up 99 smithing, very, very happy with that. Everything on my right column of skills, all at least level 99, which is super, super cool. No longer have to boost should I want to train smithing up to 120 or something in the future. Doing rune 2Hs, and it just feels so good to finally get this skill done. Was something that I was kind of stressed about for a while. That's why I was leaning toward doing superheating as much as I can, getting my smithing as high as I can, so I don't need to drop a lot of money into doing an expensive method. But everything worked out beautifully, and I am super, super happy about it. After that, doing another cache, finally getting myself to 99 Divination, something I'm super, super happy about, because Divination, as you are probably very, very aware, can be a very, very slow skill, unless you do cache, which is very, very good XP, considering the time that you invest into it. So it feels very, very good to have finished this. It's no longer something looming over me as something that I'll have to train without cache, should I get everything else to 99 first. So very, very, very good. After that, doing some dungeoneering, getting myself to level 98, which is pretty cool. Only one level away from that 99. Dungeoneering is a skill that I personally really enjoy. You may or may not know that I used to sell floors. Hopefully, we'll get myself into a position where I can start doing that again. Selling floors is something I really enjoy. Pretty good money, and it's actually pretty enjoyable. So, getting 98 puts me one step in the right direction. Feels very good. Ending the day a while after that at 2668 total level and 389.2 million XP. Let's check out the next day. Really nothing super special. Got myself to 98 rune crafting and ended the day a while after that at 2669 total level, 391.4 million XP. Let's check out the next day. Doing some engineering, finally got myself to level 99. Feels very, very good. As I was saying just a little while ago, I do really enjoy engineering, something I would really hope to be making money from in the future. And being that I do have 99 ranged and magic now, can be using the highest tiered engineering weapons that I feel are the best, being ranged and magic with a secondary. So all in all, puts me in a great spot. Very, very happy to have finished the skill up. After that, working on my melee stats a little bit, of course, leveled up my stuff again, got myself to level 101 invention through siphoning. Very, very good. Still, of course, 19 levels until level 120. Really nothing special as far as this immediate goal of max cape goes, but still very cool nonetheless. Ended the day a while after that at 2671 total level, 395.4 million XP. Let's move on to the next day. Starting day 324, we finally finish 99 rune crafting, a skill that I personally really, really dislike. Not a big fan of it at all. I am very glad that we do have the rune spin though, because, you know, rune crafting way back in the day was super, super awful. Never would have imagined myself ever getting 99 in it. But still not as fast as the Abyss is nowadays. Very glad I didn't do it, despite the money I would have made. Probably would have actually killed myself. It is so tedious, so click intensive, would have been awful. But did finish this off. Very, very happy about it. Of course, leveling up my weapons and everything again, did get myself to level 102 invention. As I keep saying, not anything that's really directly important right now, but it is still really cool. Milestone nonetheless. After that, with some very careful math, very careful planning, I had finally lined up my attack, strength, and defense, and I got all 399s at the same time. I was very, very happy with that. Thought it was very cool. It was very exciting. And more importantly, this had finally given me my max cape back on day 324. I mean, I'm looking back at this. This was over a month ago. Technically, this was on June 27th. But it's actually kind of emotional, you know, because this is something that I had grinded so hard for, something I was so determined to get, and I went and I got it, and I got it in a reasonable time frame, something I'm very, very happy about. I had initially set a goal that I wanted to finish it before graduation in May. Of course, it didn't happen, but I did finish it in less than a year, and that's something I'm very, very happy with, something I'm very proud of. And honestly, when I was setting the goal, I really wasn't sure how long it would take anyway, so it was really just kind of like a stab in the dark. I hope I can do it in this time frame. And it turned out I was actually pretty close. I had gotten it within what I really wanted, was at least within a year. And even though I do still have many, many goals left on this account, for example, I do want to finish up my max total level. I do want to get Quest Cape eventually, Completionist Cape. I do have a handful of 120s I want, including Thieving, including Fishing in Time. I definitely want Prayer, you know, stuff like that outside of the standard 120 Invention and Dungeoneering. There's still so much I want to do on this account. I have monetary goals. I would really, really like to make money for Third Age Plate and Legs. Would really like a party hat in time. That's almost years away at this point, though. There's still so much I want to do, but this was such an awesome milestone, something I'm still so happy, so proud of, and I really have nothing to say outside of thank you guys. Thank you so much for your support throughout this entire thing, throughout this entire series. I don't think I would have finished it nearly as fast had it not been for this series. Even if it wasn't necessarily your support pushing me to do it, it did help, but I feel like keeping track of my progress along the way really motivated me and pushed me to go faster and really achieve my goals, and that's something I'm very, very happy about. Outside of that, though, I'm gonna throw some clips in of some quest tabs, some achievements I have left, maybe on my Slayer tab and boss kill count tab, stuff like that, so you can kind of see what I had done in my time to max. Granted, I think one of these clips was like a day or two after max, was a little bit delayed, didn't really remember to do that in time, but it's still really not too far off, if far off at all. And I don't know, I mean, I don't want to be kind of a downer, but I kind of hesitate to say that this is very likely going to be my last YouTube video for a very long time, if not indefinitely. I am enrolled in a master's program. It is going to be very intensive, I believe, and I don't want to make any guarantees that I will be able to put forth videos when I'm not sure that I can. Not to mention, I mean, I did just do basically a Road to Max series, and I don't know how I would top that. If I am granted the gift of time, I might throw in updates now and then of, maybe something cool like a 120, a general big progress update sort of thing. But I certainly will not be doing daily recordings of progress, just because at this point it's kind of what's the word I'm looking for? It's just not important anymore. The XP I gain in skills post max really isn't important until you're actually going toward 120, and you guys don't want to see the 1 or 2 mil XP I'm gaining per day all the way to 104 mil in a skill. So it kind of sucks to say, kind of sad, but this will be the last episode of I Will Rebuild, at least for a very long time. And I really, really do hope that you have enjoyed this journey, this adventure that it's been. There's really no other way to describe it. It's been a ridiculous amount of time, and it's been awesome the whole way through. And I'm so happy that I was able to actually record all of this and share it with you guys. That being said, if I do have time, I think I'm much more likely to stream than I am to make videos. So if you haven't already followed my stream, there will be a link in the description below. It's PandaForce26 on Twitch. Make sure you check it out. Again, no guarantees there either, but I think if I am able to do anything reaching out toward the community in any sort of entertainment way, it's probably going to be that. So make sure you're following that if you aren't already. That being said, guys, thank you so much for all of the love and support you guys have shown me. I do really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the series, share it with a friend. Maybe they'll like it too. And that being said, I have returned. I have rebuilt somewhat. And from now on, we look forward to all the future progress.
For being human. God